product related to AutoCAD. So the name of the application is CADMATE, and the current version which we are running in is 2025, as you can see on the ribbon. So if you see the interface, we have kept exactly ditto similar in line with AutoCAD. I guess you all are using the latest version of AutoCAD, right?
We're
Which
using
version
Bricks
of
CAD actually.
BricsCAD? I see.
We're on Bricks CAD
Okay.
actually.
So we have benchmarked our application with AutoCAD and we have created this alternate product. So if you see the interface, if you watch it closely, it will be almost exactly same with AutoCAD. Let's say if the ribbons over here, or if I switch the panels here, or if I come to this drawing editor, command window, or status bar, we have kept exactly 100% similar in line with AutoCAD. Now, let's say if I hide the logo from the top left corner, we won't be able to differentiate whether it is AutoCAD or CADMate installed on your PC. Not only the front end UI, let's say if I get into the backend interface, even the backend functions and parameters, if we watch closely, we have kept exactly 100% in line with AutoCAD. So let's say a user who is working with AutoCAD for the past few decades, if he is trying to migrate to our application, there is absolutely no any difference. The second most important thing is related to the file compatibility. As you know, AutoCAD saves with the extension .dwg. Even in CADMate, the base file extension in which we save our files are with .dwg format. And if you see here from the drop down, we support the latest AutoCAD 2018.dwg. And if we come all the way down, we also support the old versions, which is dated back to LT97 and 98 version. So if you have done any CAD files, irrespective of any CAD software, those files can be opened and edited in our application, and vice versa. Now, let's say if you're drafting a new drawing out of CADMate, and if you're going to supply it to your consultants, contractors, or your vendors who are using AutoCAD or any other parallel products, they will be able to edit those files without any compatibility issues. And the third thing which we tell our clients is related to the commands and shortcuts. For example, if you type L in CADMate, it's the same line command which we have in AutoCAD. If you type PL, it's the same polyline command. So what we have done, we have kept all the commands and the corresponding shortcuts of those commands exactly intact with AutoCAD. So when you switch the platform from AutoCAD to CADMate, there is no any new learning curve here. So these are the three key points which we tell our clients before getting into the technical added features. So as of now, you have any other queries so that we can address that and we can get into the technical side of it. Any queries from your side?
Oh, that's
Okay. So again, we tell our clients there are two major points why we ask them to switch over from AutoCAD to CADMate. The first key point is on the licensing side. Unlike AutoCAD, which has got subscription license, in CADMate we have got a perpetual license. So it's like one time you get the application, it becomes a lifetime asset to your company. And the second major point is related to the technical added points. Like we have like 10 to 12 newly added functions, which is specially we have included in the latest version of CADMate, which you won't find in AutoCAD or any other parallel CAD platforms across, which I will be demonstrating it to you now. So let's directly dive into the technical added features. So when you come to the status bar, there is one special option called symmetric draw. Now, if I right click and if I go to the settings of the symmetric draw, you can see the symmetric draw will be highlighted here. And here under the supported objects, we can see like quite commonly used AutoCAD commands here, like line, polyline, circle. So I am going to select them all, click OK. And coming back to the editor window, what I will do, I will draw a vertical line here. So in order to define this as our symmetric axis, there is one more option here in the status bar called pick symmetric axis. So using this, I am going to pick this as our symmetric axis. And once you enable this option from the status bar and if you start drafting, okay, you can see the system will automatically draft the same object on the adjacent side. Not only the line command, all the supported commands like let's say rectangle, circle, or even if I draw a construction line, it will be automated on the adjacent side. And at any point, if you want to disable this function, what you can do, you can just disable this directly from the UI. And thereafter, if you start drafting, it will draft like the usual drafting process. So this is like an advanced option for mirror command, and most of the engineers who are like let's say working in the field of architecture, MEP, or even interior design oriented drawing, they find this option really helpful. Like if they have a huge layout and if they want to do the frequent mirroring option, this option will be a good alternate. I hope this function is clear.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
yes, if you have any doubts, you interrupt me, okay, so that I will be able to give more details on that, and then we can proceed on the further added points. So the next option will be on the magnifier. So in order to demonstrate that, let me open one live drawing here. So generally in AutoCAD, you might have noticed one quite common scenario. If the drawing size is very huge or if the layout is very huge, like if we try to zoom in or zoom out, there will be some potential delay or lag notice with the application. So in such cases, what we have done, we have taken feedback from our existing client and we have developed this special feature called magnifier. So once you activate this magnifier, like let's say if you want to quickly modify into some specific portion of your huge drawing, what we can do, we can place the pointer where you want to do the modification, and you can enter the shortcut command Control plus E from the keyboard. So what the software does is it will immediately magnify into that region, and moreover it's a transparent command. Like let's say if you want to do any quick editing there, you can carry out the editing and you can come out of the command using the same shortcut Control plus E. So likewise, we will be able to zoom into any specific portion of our drawing very quickly using this magnifier option. And moreover, like let's say if I go to the settings of this magnifier, we can take control over the style and shape of the magnifier. Like let's say instead of region, if you would prefer going for window zoom, you can select windows and you can also change the shape of the magnifier. And like let's say if you want to increase or decrease the zooming factor, you can do the modification from the magnifying factor here. So finally, once you click OK, and now if you enter this shortcut Control plus E, you can see instead of region zoom, it's like a window zoom. So you can easily zoom into any specific portion of your heavy files very quickly using this magnifier, and you can do the quick editing, and you can come out of the view instantly using this magnifier option. So this was about this magnifier. Now coming back to the next option, let me zoom into this drawing, okay? So in order to make it very simple, what I'll do, let me draft some basic CAD entities like a rectangle, let's a regular polyline, and a circle. Now in CAD, if we need to calculate the length or the total area, what we do, we select the item and then we open the property panel. So if you open the property panel, if you go to this geometry section, if we go to this geometry section, we will get the corresponding area and length. Now if I select the second item, as you can see, the calculations got disappeared. So what we will have to do, we'll have to deselect the previous item and then get the corresponding calculation, which is again a tedious and time consuming process. So in order to automate this partially in CADMATE, we have developed one special command called area table. So once you enable this area table command, the dialog box will pop out. So here, like let's say if you want to export your calculations to a third-party file, you can enable this option called file output. And here you can define the destination, like where you want to exactly export your calculation. So once you define the destination, just click save. And here under the table settings, you can specify this option, like you can enable this create a table and calculate the total sum area. And finally, we have added one more option where you can convert the units. Like let's say your drawing unit is in square meters, and if you want to convert it to square feet or any dedicated unit, you can do the conversion from the drop down menu here. So finally, once you click OK, the software will ask us to pick a point where it will automatically generate a table. And from the option, you can select object and you can start selecting the items here. So what the software does is it will automatically calculate the individual area, and also it will do the summation for us. So finally, once you finish selecting the item, just click enter. What the software does is it will automatically open up this backend file with all the detailed calculation. Now it has exported in text format. Now let's say if you want to export it in Excel format, you can do the configurations accordingly. Now, moreover, this function, it's a semi-parametric function. Like let's say if you do any changes here, the corresponding change in area will be automatically reflected back in the table, as you can see here. And moreover, if you want to update a more number of area to the same table, it's very simple. What you will have to do, you will have to go back to this area table command once again. And from the border option, you will have to choose this function called select object. So it will ask whether you want to update the backend Excel file. Click yes to update and click add from the command window. Select the table where you want to update the rest of the calculation. And then just go ahead and select the item. So it will keep updating your existing table, and it will also do the summation accordingly. So finally, once you click enter, it will open up this updated backend Excel file with all the detailed calculations. All right. So this is
Right.
one of the option where many users find it really helpful while for calculating the area from a drawing. This is clear. Any doubts regarding this?
Deepak Siva, you may ask if, in case if we have any.
Mhm. No, yes. So
So this
it's
feature is
clear
not
as
there
of
in
now.
Brixcad, right? Deepak, as of now?
No, no. So in BricsCAD, we select multiple areas. It will give us combined length, but this table, it's not there.
Table feature
Yes.
is not
Yeah,
there.
it is
Yeah,
not there.
table feature is not there, but the combined area we get in BricsCAD.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, that is by default. It's there in AutoCAD as well, the
Got it.
general area command. So once you select, you can start selecting multiple items. It will give you the area directly. But here, what we do, we create a separate table, and you can export that table to Excel. That is
Yes.
a premium advantage
Yeah.
you get out
This
of this
table can be
command.
exported to Excel also, right? Dishith?
Yes. So here, if you go to area table, here I have selected the destination, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here, once you choose Excel, it will be exported in Excel, the calculations.
Cool. Cool, Dishith.
So here, for example, let's say I have selected this item, okay? Now it will open up this Excel file. Here, you can see it is exported in Excel now.
Okay.
So the next option which we have included with our latest release is related to this BIM function. So like let's say if you want to directly import any 3D models which was done in high-end softwares like Revit or Tekla, those files can be directly opened and viewed in our application. So in order to do that, you can come to this bin panel. From here, you can select this option called Open IFC file.
I see.
So once you do this, just locate the directory where your IFC files are located. So here I'll go to this specific folder. So you can see all the files are with the extension .ifc. So select the file which we would like to open and view. And once we click open, what the software does is it will load all the construction data parameters associated with the 3D model, and it will start rendering the 3D model. So it is generating the model now. So So here we can view the 3D model which was done in a 3D application. So the limitation is not only restricted to just open and view, like let's say if you we have included one more option called structure panel. So once you go to the structure panel, we can see all the detailed geometry related to this 3D model will be defined here. Now let's say if I change the view to 2D wireframe, we can see all the associated geometry which is combined to make this 3D model. Now let's say our scope of work is related to one specific object. We can
Mm-hmm.
select that item so that that particular model will be highlighted in our workspace window. Now, if you come on top, it comes under the panel door, and from here we will be able to roughly estimate how many quantities of doors are there in the software. I mean, in the 3D model. Now, again, we can also do this operation called isolate so that we can specifically work on that particular item. Like if you want to do some minor modification or if you want to take the plot output, those activities can be carried out. And finally, once you do the related work, what we can do, we can select the primary element here, and then once we hit show, it will bring back the 3D element. So in short, if you want to just open and view and do some minor calculations, this option will be really helpful.
Right, right. So, Dishith, is there any limitation on the file size of IFCs in importing and then
Uh,
exporting from CADMATE currently?
there is no limitation, but again, like if the file size is more than 100 or 120 MB, then while importing, it may take some time
Mm-hmm.
to load all the related geometries.
Okay,
So
and can
it
we delete
again, yeah, yeah,
unwanted elements from IFC model and re-export it?
yes, we can do that. That
You
will
can do
be
that.
one of the recommended operations in order to work smoothly on your IFC files.
Okay, okay. Is there any other BIM developments in the BIM section that you people have done other than importing and
No,
exporting?
as of now, this is the major thing which we have included with our latest release.
Mhm.
Down the line, we are planning to have some more features incorporated with the BIM side of it.
Can we check these models properties, IFC model elements properties
Yes,
in
for
the software?
example, let's say if I select this particular
Mm-hmm.
item, okay,
Mm-hmm. I want to see all the IFC data basically. So wherein you will see all the
here,
properties plus all the
here,
quantities.
yeah, that you can get it from this structure panel. Okay, once you activate the structure panel, all the related details will be viewed from the structure panel. So let's say if I select this, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you can see it comes under the window.
Right.
So the corresponding family or associated file name will be visible here.
Okay. So currently it is only showing your family name, which is
Correct,
come from Revit or any BIM
correct.
modeling software.
Now let's say if I open this property panel under the BIM module, you can see like further details here.
Okay.
Overall height, overall width,
Okay.
all
So
the geometry details will be visible in the property panel.
can we get volume and area properties in this property panel of selected
No,
models? No, right? Currently.
no, that option it's currently not available. Let me check whether if I select a wall,
Okay.
no,
Even if we select a
those
single element, no, that will. Surface.
it is considering as a block, I guess. If I select here, it's a three. No, area it doesn't give directly.
Okay. Okay. No problem. Sure.
So these are the related functions and features about this BIM which we have added with our software.
Okay.
And like all the applications which you have currently, like the BIM, I mean, BricsCAD, it's a perpetual license, I guess, right?
Hmm.
It's a lifetime license, right?
Yes, yes, those are.
Okay. So the other features which I would like to showcase with the release of this 2025 is we have added the voice command along with the application. So let's say if you are working as a team and if you want to collaborate with your colleagues, uh, in the previous or like orthodox method, what we do, like we create a revision cloud and we highlight the commands which needs to modify and we send it to our client or like our colleague. Now here in the latest 2025 version, we have included this voice manager. So you can go and type in this command called voice manager. And what we can do, we can add the voice note into our drawing. So let's say if you click new, and if you want to make any changes which you need to mention to your colleague, you can place the voice note on that designated area where you want to make changes, and you can record the voice memo here. So once you click record, it will start recording the voice and you can just save this. And likewise, we will be able to create multiple voice note in a drawing where we can again go ahead and record. As you can see, the timeline is running here. So once you do this, what we can do, we can save this drawing and we can send it to our colleague or the next team who will be working on that particular drawing. So what they can do, they can directly enter this command once again called voice manager, and they can go to this option called list. So once they go to list, they will be able to view all the voice note which is added along with the drawing. Now, in order to see like what are the changes mentioned, they can select that particular voice note and they can use this option called position. So once they click this position, we can see this voice note will be highlighted here. And what they can do, they can just play. So the communication becomes very straightforward and there is no any lag, or I mean, there is no any miscommunication, so that they can do the relevant changes easily and collaborate with the team back again. So this will be an useful option to do the revisions or changes very frequently, which you were doing with the orthodox method of revision cloud.
And these
All
voice
right.
notes gets embedded in these AutoCAD files, right?
Yeah, it will be embedded in this
And
drawing file.
does it contribute to your file size by any chance?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Like there will be some small data which will be stored in the
Okay.
drawing when we save, but it is very negligible.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
And
Good.
like next options, if you come to this BIM Express tab, as you move through your drawings, if you want to quickly preview the dynamic distance, we have this option called rapid distance. So once you activate this, as you move your cursor through your drawing, you will get the dynamic preview of your X and Y distance. And if I go to the settings here, it will open up the settings window. From here, you can convert the unit. Now it is converting from millimeter to inches. Likewise, you will be able to change the preference according to your requirement. And you can also change the color, output color here. Like let's say if I choose a different color and if I click OK, we can see instantly the changes will be reflected on the screen. And if you want to save this as a reference for any of our future calculation, what we can do, we can hit RE from the command window so that it will save that particular calculations into our command window so that it can be used as a reference for any of our future calculations across. All right.
Okay. Okay, Nishi. Yes.
And like generally in CAD, we might be using a command where we can directly get the coordinate at that selected point. So in CAD and other softwares, we may have to depend on some third-party Lisp program, but here in CADMate, we have a direct command called coordinate point under our Express tab. So what we can do, we can select that specific point and you can start generating the coordinate instantly. So it's like an inbuilt command with the software. You don't have to depend on any third-party Lisp application. It is directly an inbuilt software, I mean inbuilt command.
Okay, so for these coordinates, what coordinates are you talking about? Like geometric coordinates or what?
UCS, it takes the coordinate based on our X and Y origin.
Okay, yes. Okay, understood. Okay, so we can randomly put coordinates as per our plan, right?
Yes, it will generate the coordinates based on your UCS. Now, if you change
Hmm.
the UCS, again, the coordinates
The
also
commands
tends
coordinate
to
will
change
change.
accordingly. Yeah.
Okay.
So rest all the operations are exactly same when you compare with AutoCAD. Like let's say control and it stands for property window. Control 2, it will open the design center. Control 3 is our tool palettes library where we have all the tools which will be listed in our library panel. And if you go to the plot window, even the plot window will be exactly same like AutoCAD, and it will have all the drivers associated with it. If you choose convert to PDF, we have all the standard paper sizes here. And the conversion to PDF also happens at a faster rate, and the clarity is also on the higher side. All
Okay,
right.
so one more thing,
Yes.
you talked about library. So we can import the CAD libraries directly, or do
Yes,
we have any other format?
you can do like once you install our application. If you go here, there is one option called AutoCAD tool palettes import.
Okay,
So once you click this, all the libraries which you have in AutoCAD, it will be directly exported to our tool palette. All right.
understood. All right. Okay.